That's all Bremo Adekye Nsroma dwumadie so no na esi nkonwama ensem ankrata no de baaye no ya yesi ne koso abedwafo ba na yebobo ho ananse yedi eho nkomo na hia mame na Azel Vogue ase se okoso a ema midi Ghana mant no kama pa enti mesrew se Ghana mant ni twam kura woda so aye Ghana ni enti ebiri bia de o shako office de o shako ayefro de kwa bedin so asori any empo normal Friday way pacho contact Azel na ye Ghana manti mu so de ene ma o man mu nsem ye wahiasem hye Ghana tade kakra uhuza obompa ye ma Ghana na dwen Ghana ho na ye Ghana ne manti hye Ghana tade kakra no so contact Azel Vogue na obepam bia ma fefefe kama pa edini ye AZELLE now the Vogue VOGUE aka ho Azel Vogue or dance man asori da ho friend 0288 61 61 61 0288 61 61 61 Azel Vogue madam wase and then komo no aye ba bedino enie na said the Daily Statesman a report say or say government will protect flagship programs. Information Minister de na no panme bo mu se o si oba be ye review kakra e wo aban programs akese makoma ku dunsia ho no eno osia aban pese ni sika sem wo twetwetwetwa niama bi so nemum eni so twetwetwa so nyina no enya ade a ebeka saa aban hyehye ni dwumadie dunsia no nanso na he obeye review nsesi akosan ne se review no eno no anything if say wan shada anche no anse obeye review ebi so kra de nsusu ama ne sign policies ne de eye na enso ebi ehia san kyraye ewo mu a de omanfo betimi no woma wonum emwa saada ni nyina efri kanenia se century that was 2016 one we ye peduase 2022 enti cabinet retreat peduase 2022 mpropo one bi eno ni nyina efri ho new crusading guide enso ediaba enti ye de can review ni ho se eno so aban dia tudwa se aban adwumayefo anase appointees womu amampani bondi ma wondwumadie no womu aketua no ye behwan so womu chemu aduasa 30% na ye de asoso ye ho asen na ye de aboa Bank of Ghana enso say e wo se wo ye nsachaye kakra enti ne policy rate de wode to wo se mangi bia na sika kra bia adwuma wo mabosia ense se ukotra saa epo no ana susudua a wode ema no wasesa saa ne susudua nim yesi be se mfie num ni nanka baby agina na no pay daily graphic e bo amane se Bank of Ghana se wasesem se sia wapeja no susudua no ekonanim 15.5 to 17% enti wapeja mu ediko 17% enti echese mangi no so mabosia wo mo nsi ho no nso besesa enu achi osan se covid bremu no odi ntwitwa ho hyehye kakra ebae a na ebeboa sesi asa ntwitwa ho hyehye no nso wayi edi efri ho ena de ebrebe mu a eno nso ebeka ho asem togwe afede eno wopani etu yemfo yi se ase kwasiko no ogina nkwantia yese yade ye ho nanso ye ne ye ho nti kwasiko koda so di enso foreign dominated new said na Dr. Nsroma kanu no new colonial economic structure asi ye nhyehyɛ ya ewo man mu nyina da ye na broni a meso yasen a enyeye ya nkobosia bo a enye adwuma ya nkokra ne ma mframa no ne ama enye adwuma enu a wote ani abedwafo ne na kakra ni nkomo ayekoso ya nko IMF no ma meche mu fansha nti ya de ye ho so ye nhye da na ye ho saa ye da so a ne kwasi kokko no wodi nyansa kwan so enu wodi ye nso se wodi nyansa kwan se ya nso ne ye pe ene ya da epemu amano esuo yade ye ho nanso yenim ye ho so hwe entidi no nyina bedwafo atena si ewe ene nkomo a anopai ene Wa no aboko kakra, wa no abakakra. Ene ampe school, wa be school. Enti CHDN Chief Hamilton Bani Nixon, Deputy National Organizer. Ene waji na dwa. Eti ono ni original public. Oni ya ni trust the jazz and it and some na ni nyina for the man.
I'm in
near come parade and I said yes in the birthday. And I'm saying na Pablo say chief original Pablo say hey classmates for classmates for it's chief aba. Honorable Daniel Ni Kwate Titus Glover or your former MP Tema East, former Deputy Minister for Transport. Now all sign Asha Kwan say MP before man Akwanya obey your national organizer and see ebremu die say nese wa bonto a obema e baby okoye when you betina see but wo ye na nso e wo sanka na ho won enti wonu say wo se e man ko ekoye peace talks kakra wo na wo ba e na asu oyi pebre enenso ye world water day tano yi ene ye difia we ye asu tano ba tampa wa bre ene de tano ye bema enti eja ya asane tano national organizer LPG onuso atinase Tuesday classmate. Say I me classmate and me class prefect and say me supervisor. We are captain. Hey, class captain. Me mama watch you. Nampumwe.
You were doomed. You are doomed.
I went to school last week. I'm to school. Abandon.
Oh, madam.
I'm to school. So enjoy, dear madam. That thing I told you.
I say on there. It's actually phone na. I would now pay phone na on fanche. Ejuma no ye no also. Enti no ejina bi na me jina no so no. Party no ye reorganization.
Okay.
Na obe one there as a deputy national organizer no reorganization no kodo na metna nkranhade. Enti no ya madom kakra meko yekaye djuma Srunkon Ashanti region.
Ada uko 10 program nibi.
Oh meko 10 program nibi na party na so ye ne ishishe bi.
Okay.
Enti na mama last week mentu mamba muni I mean obetin.
And to kwa Ashanti region I say ni Asante bofo kukusima na yo.
Ende da so menyim se wonyi di kira. NDC youth wing no. Or 10 or launches some app beer. Adam app and over home party no say be one hour what 10 na we to one we to wait one come we to one registration on the app we to wait one dues and then the you man in Abefuntin time na waba be take over and you know NDC youth wing and me pede mo born about there we can one paying on that one or George or Parry. Okay.
Last week we did birthday.
AKA Pablo.
Only a junior Pablo.
Pablo Odimechi. It's in the one about in fact in the day was nice. Do mushroom kwa why ama and therefore phone na echo na one I use a Play Store what echo na say downloader. A 10 member, you don't need to walk to maybe one office or answer at your registration. Once you have your constituency polling station code in an institution, a woman, you put it out there. Na akona kwa your registration. Ama party ni so ye tie kote so na se ye pede ye track ni ye hwe wona wo nipa dodo wo 10 eba constituency na wo them you pay or the here home or maybe war a UPSA. Oh,
okay. My penda da mama baby.
Enyo. Ono na.
I want to be through jobs and.
Ono na jobs ne de ma wa ba ni so. Situation na a woman. Chiri e kaka on. Ya eti we ya.
Am for send and say through jobs.
Eti we ya na mamba and then last week mamba programming. O jobs or say man pay ni de.
Me jobs then am through. Oh, me no one am say one person.
Maybe I'm be fine. But imagine in good faith.
Already any dey no e shepa. Me pese o be diabolics here. Me dey menka mo
them dollar na raise advice nana.
Me sure say you didn't come here with the baby.
Oh, that's good. Oh, Prince.
Oh, and the Prince they are so
beautiful. Prince
Pablo, senior Pablo, so why are they?
Oh, Menyene bako Mexico.
Da ben na uko Mexico no.
Me come on treat. Just
okay. Who opposition was kaza?
Oh. Na opposition funti yentu kwan.
Dey be me bisa keke.
Yeah. Na yenyi ma yebeda so yenyi.
Yenya na, I know. Okay, nti no program ni. Enya wa no go through jobs no ampa.
Jobs is wenyu aje ho.
Menika. Na nani?
Mami.
Akwaba.
Yenna.
Weekend do call baby na.
Oh, weekend.
Constituency ben na o visit.
Na earlier on na call Volta ni Utiaba.
Yeah.
And to be go break akra because ejuma no.
Okay.
All over the country and ejuma.
And what you have constituency saying?
So far my age 76. Ochina me sim.
Wow.
Ochina me sim me go 51.
And sana waba.
And sana maba.
Wow.
I'm doing for 6, Brown 12, Eastern 33. And within 1 week, and it's constituency by constituency.
Hey.
Mo
juma iso enough for mo ntini nyina so mo ambasa mo so mo ya nkwa na ya mo bresa no
enye over the weekend na my senior cousin education is retired just been accolated okanchini guyanti the whole family was in Adabaka kwesiada ne yeko kata de chikra.
Oh, okay.
Afena ya wura ayi na ocho fufuru mu nti mama nchia wa shofo nyina especially all the constituencies the 275.
Okay.
I mean share wo mo men kan say ni kwata me be sumpa me be trangran and your Facebook any WhatsApp organization the be ba form abaye
just dey mu trobi o se won tran kan ye
dey NG organizer adwuma no wo form nti wo se yakoye na me ma yakunta akwaba last week you free no
last week o fe no
message no akwaba any ya ososo ono so ye chia no ye mane busuafo nya agbeshi frame last week.
Oh, okay.
Frame last week ye bonkomo kai mo mama yie no and me ntumi nko and mama momo bi ya ye you know what I mean.
Okay,
na da ye na da ben
coming weekend
any agbeshi wa mo mama ne
e mane yako.
Okay.
E mane yako
agbeshi kafra why agbesi we owo abilen pe won yeah agbesi owo
very nice guy,
strong man.
Hey Tuesday foi ana Nsroma ejata no ena e world water di otano no se eso otano ya ka kire Ghana for so munya se do mu se nso na Ghana water fo nya ho
meda se ohima ansa na meba eso otano so ankasa kra no Mfa kwayen so na menchia honorable Daniel Kwate Titus Glover and Eura Chief Nixon Biden Pablo any adwumaso mudi abo mo various parties. Now honorable, I don't know, me social media no ma bia me ho I think I'm a bit disturbed.
They be out ko bibi so ko bibi ama police for me frame me out.
Police were at this brother.
December no. O try say bra o be kwa kochia so be ko so mu ni wo na we invite on wase eja ho. O mu si ja o phones na ko so na say nemre na mo nche me ntra me. Na sister me ko onyame omra me office.
Na sister ya na me mpegidi bia Womra mebechia Eura Justin Kodria.
It will become I'm one in that. Who charge Justin Kodria? Me so many president charge JB.
Kodriano.
Oni mnuzo.
No, me ba ono edinko.
Very.
Really?
And ko bobe na obuzani.
Oh no. Unim say first time I met you cancer. You know I asked him say
unim nana. Osi onim no penalty.
But I know him to me you share na me say hey massa. Na ede na aba na asani asani me say and I say no na make catch na medin na mabema.
Okay, I have two friends who knows him.
Oh, I see.
And they've spoken a lot about him.
Sir.
In fact, I mean, both that crop say me Google to see who.
Do you know his nickname in the MPP?
No.
Okumkom.
Hey, I don't Okumkom. but ochia no pair to be fair and balanced me so much JB
obi mo aye bi a omonko na ebi momra na si
ebi ana JB ekum ne kom
me say eh na me say bi enta pajo bi enta na me say
honorable
me hu no kwa dia fe o sa cha wan
me ncho bi abiem na honorable
pajo sound man so church has BCU Adekye so kwa na
all this is a general secretary.
Oh, really? Any sound man so church has BCU.
Money pano
and sound man do be chair with you watch it. I want for the front line chair also boss out.
So the BCU in terms say
that's good. Now as an only candidate presidential I need the only
candidate to be
yeah fi asema ye
na LPG na what
okay honorable, you see social media, you said something which even reminded me of what I saw. Yentra nkran enye campaign or cancel be when you, especially when it comes to say a youth organizership ni other you see anytime babetra ho ka me ya wako no man but people feel some more galam seska. They will throw it out there and only ask for people to endorse them on social media. I can be. And I'm going to make these things are going on.
No, so now we throw jobs.
But you see, let me advise the delegates. Let advise the delegates. No, the money is good. Take it. Monje, because they have money. In fact, they can even borrow the state economy at 30%.
Oh, really?
Yes. Into Monje, pure this can be bano. And Mamon Castle with Monji Sicano. TVs Monje. In fact, the car club Monje. But Monche ni pa or Nama Warrior Juman. Namon Sheni Subanso, Namonto Abamano. Intermediate, that is the only thing. You go on social media.
And the World Water Day,
you see.
World
Water Day, no, Ohima. Papa, said the American. Me, as a follower of Nsroma and the Pan-Africanism, I have never believed in so-called normal broth. What time be a cancer World Malaria Day? A church will be cancer World COVID Day.
This week, you know, a day. I think I have been checked. I just looked at it once. Me can carry me a chance to a day. And run a World Forest Day.
Now that Ben Africa, Africa, you see a be cancer World Koshoko Day.
Oh, they be so what would we are singing and yes, you
one proposes those gimmicks.
Ghana can you anymore. And Ghana
World Forest Day, World Toilet Day, so and so. We are still messing up the system. Advice a bit me dear man for say to say another year. Na yensu no so yenja galam say na ye woman. Ebema nsuo no money atena ye ho atoye. We don't have to rely on the World Water Day. And so ade nsuo no kropo yenya benu. Enti me de besi ho. That's it.
Enti ye so me do Ejata no why dey we dey charity pa sa na say ya na e beko no na mo ma me sha say wo mfimfini honorable Titus Global so if we say wo mo na akọ cabinet retreat Pediatric 2022 said this year menya caption amano no Pediatric 2022 daily statesman e dey atudwa say enra ho propowa ni bi ni say information minister Owura Kojo Ponkroma say aban behwe say ne flagship programs program o kan no say aban we na de baaye no to say napco to say FSHS to say ne keka ho ni nyina planting for food and jobs na ne etete sa no omo e behwe say e begina ne nanso premene imom o say aban sikadie no o twitwa so obeye expenditure cuts but we no de obeye review nanso onyi mfi ho na wo de ato de osan kaka ho say ye be reduce appointees aketua by 30%. And no be boy ama economy no yetumi ejina no piempien no akrakra na kakra.
So no me dase. Dase papa. Ye be se chia wa hwefo nyina biom. Na maminti ade tew emfemfiri ho. Wo hwe enne page 3 of the daily guide. Or say Bagman snobs deputies again. A few weeks ago, Yanyantie say Speaker 2 Pino and no ma Honorable Kofiato. Why no ne senior advisor was a day. Minimum advisor of the man war. If anything, Parliament war. And now Okusina name.
Yes, or your chief of staff, office of the Speaker of Parliament.
I don't know where this is coming from. This is job for the boys.
Aye.
I don't know where this is coming from. Because in Parliament, we have staff that works at the office of the Speaker. And who got found chief of staff? Sebi. I don't know. What is this? And I said, there was a time or chair meeting.
With the wow topic now, they are but I will say, come here, sure say, Chief will be responding. But Mammy Musa said,
he had wanted to check.
The no, dear, but
Mr. Delegate, page 3.
Oh.
Oko chair meeting.
What's the matter?
Now, why a speaker? That?
Many speaker.
Now, for better, speaker, chief of staff, and
Oh,
Speaker Secretariat, you was staff.
Okay.
So one special aid.
You understand?
Yes.
You was staff. I need you, man. I went from this staff, chief of staff. And now Oko chair meeting, the majority even resisted. And San Haruna Dusu, ever take you or chess idea. Where is this coming from? You can't weigh you and can't also, yes, I know. And then, we represent the speaker, no? Ewo Interparliamentary Union Conference, Ewo Bali, Indonesia. Parliamentary staff war. The deputies war. What is wrong with this? Chief, no,
I think I
need
to give you
but
information.
just so
please.
a for better no the chief mon because when introduce I'll give you some minutes to
also. Speaker didn't know one
or shall say 41 so time chrono me
Speaker didn't know one and the finicky.
Catch and
the dear cousin on Jai. Oh, yeah, didn't do. But you wait the free.
Overtrain kakra na chief will clarify.
Oh, I don't have a problem.
You see,
2 minutes. You use 2 minutes.
It's important there. Paper nara or any source. Paper nagasa oma etase there. Mame poto bibi. Also there, Miss Moyeno. Also, according to a release from the office of the Speaker, Mr. Atto is a former member of Parliament and currently works in the Speaker's Secretariat as a senior advisor and undertakes duties assigned him by the Speaker.
And I'll say, you will be what
you parliamentary staff.
No.
Chief of staff.
No. Let me explain something. You see, Honorable, don't do this. I am a former member of Parliament. You know the Honorable Michael Kwe Wahod. Or one advisors or 8 or you Juma. Odu Pempen Rubia, Juma Dibi or Horror Banwa, Osuma Home, Mautu Moko. And you know, to say there, a chief of staff, you was staff for
no, I was stating the more functions.
Chief of staff
conference.
He's working there. He's being paid by Parliament. It's not that on a Naminchenkeke. Oh, you Juma
as public servant.
Yes.
Okay.
At the office. On your don't ye Juma. It is a speaker, so man dead. Honorable titles, Riba Mohonti, Nasa Mother Banabo Mamania. What is wrong with that? And when they walk a chamber nimdo, okay, deputy speaker there. He can't do that. And you know, let's not. Honorable Naro was special assistant.
Thank
in the rook around the chamber, you go to one suman there for the common constituency phone. Into Aqua Monye. Now one can there.
Maybe I can personal idea different, but in the name of the state,
today,
finding a challenge
in the ministries. When NDC, war abatement. Special aids na assistant na yenyi friend abanishi muncho ka nyewi warana do pen yenyi panenam na wo ye adwuma. But in there that is not the case. And if you have a special assistant to the minister and added to somebody or you recognized by the state awutua nakawa na adwuma nyi den no one so man.
Honorable Afe yemfa pediase ne home proper.
Munjaji the two of us.
Obajaji.
I'm saying we are not in normal times, and the desperate situations calls for desperate measures. And over the weekend, President and any extended cabinet want to go share with the Yaseni and Shapoin Befaswa. CD Senior, SA Ayewiki to the major trading currencies. Fuel prices are as a cost including commodities. ebesi aso ano na omo wie no eno na information minister na de beto abonten so a yenya ye TBA ne dikan want say ye behwe say appointees of government ye beti o market wa so. This is not the first time. Because say the brand and this war abemuno there was something similar like that. Omo de no mo say omo de ko see is it chips compound? Yeah, TV na you dey go see chips compound. And the say omo mpenu no say or share the expenditure. Me dey say yeah share asiye free so on so that we'll be able to track expenses are air cost. And it's almost about your market also by 30%. For me, it is good. Na and send the signal and from my appointing biara. Now when you sampa any ba the neighbor bar nyama bi say ni ya the source one. Na ye this was can the baby so yemfa nya bibina ye ndi wudanse say ye tips one e bia say ni ye de ko share ye mfa so nye free mu no ama yenso ye begina bi na se yaka wo betumi agina so e de adiwudanse ne yaka enti on that score make say medal mampaniase with that arrangement or the abeto no ye pahwe enti na e behwe dey e take effect na flagship programs we share free SHS, a very powerful social intervention. Even see that. We show Africa henina. Me hu be see that. Na yewo kromwa. Ebra na President Nado. De diso ade hu na opese ode betu dwa no. Na yente na se. Emi see da bi ontimi nyo. Ebe take ni 20 years. Na ye man de kwai man nya. Ya man kwala sebi omuko school kra no yes online to nyum catch was a free education no for one land there ya advert akese kasa nya dia was yeso ba nyame ncha dia osenebo o kasa ye o ye sika ne ye nyei was ye tibi to na ye maya ene ye ko school o manya ho faso na say ya wope obi kwa ye housemate kwa na ayede because obi a person tete ne ba okko school sebi onya minimum qualification senior high school enne ye de yes there were few challenges wo ba abano oguso a all your infrastructure bebre ye buy with CCB to support educational system there koso enti ade no we no a very important social intervention untimi gemu sa man and say and is say obeso na sini ahwemu na kwa why not edebium under the social intervention we can about edebium free SHS and one district one factory. It's not a social intervention though. Now we share government intervention or the private sector to complement import substitution because taxes now with the private sector no. Says sekanus are by the year juma and kafaso baso. And your ma 10 years grace say remember to a tobian for my buying. Sekana would a year juma no plow it back into investment. National so na di be juma ne koswa. E idea be year ebe dey ebe boy ye papa. Enti ye for no so say dia odi aba no aye interventions no akakra ni nyana no odi ye ni nyana no e ade na ebe den ebe boy. And for me my prayer is say prioritization or can so be prioritize in spending and so ade ebe boy ba na wo prioritize it na baby a wo this kind of ekoguo na ebe mfaso be feso ade aba no na e ade na esulu yi papa edi maye nti yeah the American say we are not in normal times the economy no global but within a certain we should their okan no or say fuel asem na ye ka no finance ministry any energy ministry yempe hye bi at our own level we should tax element na wo mu no kwan be so betu aye kwan ayi bi e woso na wo yi bi woso so a CSK bia no ene yedi so interventions ali na ade na so at a level obehwe kwan be fa so obe engage other stakeholders within the industry na wa hwe kwan be fa so obia ebe bo kaka but no aban no or taking the initiative na wa hwe kwan be fa so a obe reduce the level of the pressure our economy so and the level of the city and see anaka demand and supply market forces so supply no so demand be go high na demand no go high and the city no weak no stronger than the na Bank of Ghana no so e dey hihye e dey abeto the hihye no da abeto ho no was the policy rate no we pege e dey call from 14.5 e dey call 70%. Now okay bibi of friend cash reserve ratio CRR na cash reserve ratio no e sike bia otidi ato na enu de yemfa enu no enkoka dia yedi bobusa no yemfa kan ho sa ena osansi wo bibi of friend no cash capital of a capital conservation buffer CCB enu no ye discato for risks e bia obi nkofo be busa bi na say dey tumi ntua na risk no kwa be fa so ye dey be sa no ai be ma banks no e be boa then kwa ye be fa so a odi ma dollar no banks ni e be boa to raise almost about $2 billion send your pressure na abasidi no so no amama the supply no akona nim kakra so that it can help in solving pressure na we economy no so no it's not good enough for now but measures o dey to akwam no ye gidi say ye nyina o di super paper e be boa ye finance minister so be call parliament and she no dey to so no o dey go to parliament because that is a good forum a platform ye ma parliamentarians nyina anya she no dey apeto anti for me ye me dey say o see the ekoso nyina no the flagship programs no e social intervention dey aba no e ya dia obehwe na why because as a center right party no we are not a socialist but otumi di nyama we edi ba ti memufo benya ho faso no na say obehwe say ye ma bibi no bia enkoka no e dey yemi de enti ye be bona baso say okoso o ye dia obeso fata me da say
thank you ajata no meeting o twimenti wo pediasi nhemudie no ene ho propro bia mabobo so anche
me da say hima na once again meeting mo say agbesi aye no ye bebo nti ma komanto we ohima sa edimbe no mo say crunch cabinet meeting
yes
it baffles me 3 days sa particular meeting here omo call ye na they came back with Urak and Ufuriata still as the finance minister without any decision to take off some ministers. No? It is a cost 90 meeting. Prepositions of Modiaba. One may say, probably they can help in the meantime about 3 weeks. And it will fizzle out. The Honorable, to correct something before I even move to a substantive matter, okay, BB say free SHS is see that. To correct you or to remind you, say free education. Come and Nsroma the buy.
It is only in the north, not across the length and breadth.
You see, even downstream tertiary institutions.
Not in the north.
No, so it was gradual.
In Kumadiano,
no, not Ankana and yes, if you read all that, even to tertiary institutions, a busi and a big free fee pay or they reintroduce fee paying. You understand? The same applies to health care. But this particular meeting of Mokoyo, I insist that with Ken Ufuriata still in the driving seat, Ghana will never get anywhere. The man must be sacked and bring on board people within the NPP who are capable of managing this economy for us. Here, and another meeting, Pablo, I listened to platform yesterday, and sometimes the president rightly said.
Are you listening to me?
Yes, not just you, but the platform
program
discourse, yes.
On peace.
Yes, here, when the president said that, yet his council will come to you. Dr. Bami also reiterated that. It is true. Anybody who would think that there's no money in this country is a joker. What experts are saying is, just tax exemptions are the man for conglomerate businesses. And non-qua annually can give us 25 billion Ghana cedis. What are we sitting down doing? And we actually chocolate day. Cocoa processing company or boss. Adekye just say, if we are able to even just turn the cocoa into more cake, we'll be making 25 billion Ghana cedis annually. These billions, they are still in the system. We are not doing anything to, as it were, harness our resources within the country and ensure, say, your biggest acquisition or man. Agriculture is the pivot around which every development country or developing country able to me anyini. But on my way, your economist theories, knee-jerk approaches to say the idea by you be pumping $2 billion into the system, right? This $2 billion. Bank of Ghana say GFE other commercial banks in Chenkropa. Now $2 billion. This is not an approach we have never used. We have used it before. And I can tell you for sure that once we still have the economic scavengers still around, this $2 billion, it will fizzle out in no time. Into me, why we'll go back to square one. Now, Penny from their meeting have proposed they will cut down salaries of appointees by 30%. This 30% cut down. We told you, don't appoint over 125 people. In fact, when we even complained, you added up. Your second tenure of office, you have seen the wisdom in what we all saying. And what reducing the kakra. We have also advised, merge some of the ministries. Na sika yedi tria a man for no yentete so. This 30%, but I'm saying, there are myriads, and I said different type of avenues you bet me a reiki scarf from. If you are a team, if you are in US, now almost see another apartment in the same house. Now, me quite nothing and all my shares. That was beginning of 2021. Now, oh share a juma a coso, labrers or moba. It's a car ye tree or maybe some say. Until grow 4 years, labrers you or more cobana or more pombers 5 o'clock. Now, or more che sika. Who is supervising? Who is monitoring? Every day we are building. Say you're planning and you're regarding the planning of our various houses because the land tenure system has brought about this all these mess. Say we don't have a proper planning scale. I'm making it easy for us to be able to collect property rate. But at least we have enough buildings that the planning system is a bit better that we can focus and ensure we are making sure every year we are taking property rates. Many of us, we are renting. We have a, how do you call it, rental agreement. I buying a said anything. So we hear car. Go into all these houses. Send a matria for a year. It be a 15,000. It be a 14,000. 14,000. What is the component of a government share in it? And now say your friend is saying, if you are not general, withholding tax, Ben, what year fish no triama buying. There is every single day will be rented. Every single day in this country will be rented. It means that every day somebody is paying some rent somehow somewhere. Into who are buying, you are said will be putting in place the proper monitoring and evaluation mechanism. Now, to committee and I say whichever. I say say they are going around every day collecting taxes. And I said this digitalization put in place a system that your to say ID cards will be any details normal. So census or renting the details are there. Say are you renting here? I said yes. If you baby say how much are you paying? All this information must be gathered by the government apparatus. And then once on bed gather or moon himself as soon as see this area be a collect line way so more rent at the end of this year. Into the system will capture it by itself. Into a more alert you want us the person you are the one who is supposed to go and pay. So we be trial or rent now. Either say fear and nobody that at source and pay to government. And now say who tenant no you pay minus what the government deserves. Now what could you do? There's money in the system. But capitalist approach to governance, no, a man no maye wunya because for them, no, there's no business in doing business, and for that matter, they care less about agriculture. They want the private sector to take over the agriculture. That is why the Afife irrigation, still a young financial. So we are saying, sir, you are talking about NAPCO, you are talking about youth in agriculture. Why don't you set up some chalets in the northern region somewhere, acquire a big tract of land, now grow whatever that has to be grown, sorghum, soya, all of those things that can be grown in the north. Now, Momunya Juma, once Momunya Juma, you give them a share in that particular investment. Until they are happy, said they are also part of the system. Until because Monria Moy, a be 500 acres, 500 acres, some more 10 and supervisor, more 30%, and more 20%. They will be happy to stay in that village and work because knowing very well, sir, they are also shareholders. We have tried all these methods before. So for me, I am telling you on without a fear of favor, say, this approach, 3 weeks or maximum 3 months, will go back probably even worse. And we are talking about blaming it on COVID and Russia, Ukraine. Russia, Ukraine, it will come to an end. But what we are not focusing on, another thing we may be blaming ourselves, our economy on, and it's Russia is tilting towards China to move away from the dollar. So that is going to be the most difficult period that we'll ever enter into as Africans if you don't put our hearts together. Into what we are saying, say, agriculture, and building Omano. Let us make sure, say, youth, they are interested in agriculture. Give them a share in the agriculture. Bring them implement machines. Now, omutra emonoa. Omunim say, toners in 20,000. Yeah, dear, a beer. 3,000.
Yes, Chief.
Yeah?
Eja.
Yeah, was assembled. Na meeting I had in Komoy. Or a Pedroasi meeting. One afraid.
The cabinet meeting.
Now, Mr. One afraid.
Nada than one afraid cabinet meeting.
Joe Mampay. And I know Mampay.
The minimum is a cabinet meeting.
Oh, but say you educated growth. We be a name man opinion. But who say as if you are not ready to help me know.
Say cabinet meeting that why a free cabinet meeting. So
I don't know, sir.
Cabinet issue.
I don't know, sir. You pede meeting now. I am na hun sama about one. You can audience so do papa bi di brehe. Another wa bananti no the ekebi. Yeah, Saint America damn there. You see, the now a cabinet meeting. On one day room I am better hand the uncommon. You buy issues for Friday can was.
So we almost didn't so crunch.
Very
and
good.
that the end so almost for 3 days.
Very good.
And almost cook and free Flagstaff House and copy.
Very good. Na cheda samaba. That's the what I want to establish. Onye there. Onye meeting that the dinner de bia ye ni bi nende ye hu de ye dum pemprendu bia asem na wa ba numu e din de mo manfo no nti o manfo no kure hu de ye kwa kobobo nsem bi hu na ya adikunti am wendisi political party o ho nyina wo montan bia ansa na wawrem wala sha da ya wo ho ise asani ni di no ye ma wa na akojoin se medi no wo ma na ba se honorable ni di na bokwa na NDC and constitution article 5 TBB philosophy of the party also the party is a social democratic party that believes in the equality and the egalitarian treatment of each person irrespective of their social, cultural, educational, political, religious, and economic relations in a multi-party environment, which we find ourselves today. And so, we in the NDC know when Oba issues Obama or managing a year na ya woman ye nya humfa so I want you to hold about two if you hold my nyimpa na watona. It's not because political gain another wa ban politics in a year can be. You see, how many times, my dear, in a year discuss another young proposee, another young suggestee, and Dema who be a okoda or my hardship no in a no more or abam say, what fando, I hand it when you man away and on am the war, na work can some no what by yenya yaba banti. My ye kenyano will be in team fine yasam. Nemo more by yen and a warrior. Today, we are talking about government telling the whole country, in fact, the world, the flagship project, there is a need there will be reviewed, hence they are meeting. Really? When we were in this country before COVID, nanase funyina baba ande ebo wan kanon se bekaya. Bibi kodo o mayim na hochiri ba na ekoka pe wo se ye fun free SHS aba. Nti no ye fun na tinemu dema free SHS aba obi abakobi. Onu mu na COVID be ikaka bibi a was COVID. Enneso nsema we si Ukraine ikaka bibi a was external forces yentum control. But before all these three, people were making suggestions and calling on government with proposals, even civil society organizations. Onama namon bi abanri to work at the be the man namoya yetu inka yemfan de yenyen de na ono bobwa. Emo man impuntu waba. Yeah? Even when we said there is the need after the finance minister or your president Nangasa Nichocho Muchono or kind wo one of the sister stations today in free SHS Nikra no finance minister no tueska no or susun there enka onyafun onyi bifu na wontu ya wo ma office yentu ama ho na nka won so a wobotum wetu ya enka yenhwe na wontu a obaya asem kese. When we said that yen review na ndema bi wo ho a yen sisa also NDC there ye pede ye cancel free SHS for no nyina to nchen yai ye fisura na ye besan fo mprekope ye gina baby na yerba na nado danko akufado oye candidate then odi MPP honenyim yeah what this social contract was about to. There are a lot of things I work on one sem awoma yenya nte de indeed omayimu no ye wuska ye tiskado na so comedy omayimu no corruption wa dokro hen nti no wontum kra nti dam nti odo wo ye NDC fi ho na MPP ba nya men charge MPP no obey ya nda amenyo kase si ebedi no kwara ma ya so fa wo hwen na ya soro mba na onyame ne yesom no na nda corruption no today. Today we are talking about cutting off salary 30%, which is a good initiative there. Nimpado do na wofa in the sectors bi o in fact in Kano no ye MD na ne deputy in the eboko the deputies deputy managing directors be 5 ebi 3 se abane hu there da man na me na boka na so bote ho na ketuada oye na mbom ya what you are going to do and pen no nchede ye ho ato him or the aban or ye conscious effort to be there or ye nzama hu bia oboboa e man na exchange rate wa bafo yete ha e no man pay na be de chiri obeka che na nzama wa tutu na akwemnti dollar ni say o ya ma ono man pay na be de chiri no wa chi dollar na to fiaze nde hun to be boy paper mun na wa fa plastic card na wa amado government go this, government work. Sorry, plastic, electronic, and it's still in plastics. Ibini, yeah? Vice President, come up by a yesu, also e-travel card for government officials launch. Sure? And you see, in one kasan one preparedness, the wobab woman, the mark of whom now will be tail beyond. Only e kasem bi ache hona wonte ensem de na waka e mayaba
e do
dem pempendria onya thank you ayaba be mama famanusi ayaba be do dem pempendria yedri yeah it's not enough the committee no aba na was 30% ya todo to them munua saniken ye won hihye ya horo ayeye a say yes ye fi taxation ya co-production abani me yehu no nam de $100 sura no konti da men dem ya ye kri inde da me hihye ya ye nti ye wa ha homegrown damadi na ye dido enti da me hihye yi no oboboa e mandama wa bafo mo da ma in terms of exchange rate ni yehu de da me hihye yi na ye okay fango dem adi damadi na ye fido onam tax aye di godo enti no oma ye hu he na Ghana fu onya hu faso say President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo wa jinsem na say ye batase da onyini mpemfu ntina ho no won hwen damado no won fa hihye nguo in the next 2 years ye obotum wa ye bibi oda aboa ma oman na da no ho na say bi ye nyina ye ho atoye na. That is what we expect them to communicate to us. Okay. So that we will know that indeed, yeah, they are working. They are not just talking. Rhetorics are too much, but people are suffering. Kayayes are suffering. Drivers are suffering. Doctors are suffering. Teachers are suffering. Journalists are suffering. Cameramen are suffering. Producers are. In fact, we, the politicians, are also suffering.
Thank you. Babenkin kai Nsroma check akra Facebook piaga. So good morning, yeah. NPP's poor performance is much better than NDC good performance. Piaga from Achim Asafo. Paulus Castle American Town Baton Pahawa to us. So that's his hashtag. Ghanaians are no more interested in JDM. Stop disturbing our ears. Sometimes they speak as if they haven't been in power before. King Kwajo Abu Bada, good morning. We understood fuel prices are high. Or we understand, you mean. But the hard-working President Nana is doing everything possible to ease the burden. Yauza Swami, it is astonishing to see the people who were rubbishing the economic indicators as not reflecting the reality because it was a plus for the NPP government. Then are the same people using these same indicators to criticize the government currently. In Shraba Akusia Fusia, please wish ASP Prince a champion, Ghana prisons anchor for CDP a glorious birthday. AU Farouk Tamale, NPP makes politics dirty in Ghana. When Mahama said his future government will review free SHS, NPP went haywire, claiming that Mahama was going to cancel free SHS. Today, Akufo-Addo says he's going to review free SHS, and the meaning of review is no Eswati. Board father says, "Hey, I'm a Ghana. Me say Ghana ye kuya. 6 March no, esi kuya da. Hey, I'm a Ghana. And me correcting I'm a kuya Ghana. NPP is killing us so." Ejabata from Ejabata Suhum Akoti, she will have it that Dr. Baumia is the worst manager of Ghana's economy. Sir Galaxy and Kwanta watching live inside Donut headquarters at Shanti region. I'm enjoying the show. Evelyn Aqua, good morning. Please, I want to wish my princess Anna Inshirabiga of Talent Nesco happy 6th birthday. Okay. Ibrahim Balfour Apeu Apenteng. You are watching you live from Tema. Regards to Mero Kwame Apenteng. And then Bebe Al Hassan said, "Oh, so now the economy is in a mess, right?" Coleman Sampilatu, JM Kasatintin Toponko, NPP 5 years in power is better than NDC 8 years in doom. So, regards to Prof. Christopher Amir Komfi. Alhaji Aminu says, "Yakudos, the whole world is suffering economically due to the COVID pandemic. American GDP has hit $30 trillion, which hasn't happened in the history of America. Ghana is no exemption." Waima Phyllis, good morning, sister. I'm watching you live from Putueja. Love you more. Alhaji Aminu, yeah, I'll never forgive His Excellency the President Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo if he cancels the social intervention like free education. I was deprived from going to secondary school in the 1980s because of 10 passwords. Ohima Cherry, sister, please, we beg you, ask GS when will our school placements come out. Me pon ame from which na me the feedback ebebre. Nana Boachi Adam says, can't you change Oforiata? It's a question he's asking. In Shaba, Nelka, Shaman constituency, we shouldn't depend on going to IMF and pay for the e-levy. That's the best way to go as a country. Nana Baumia government and we, the good people of Ghana, can manage the economy on our own because we are capable. Esther Santiwa says, bless the good words. Nana Boachi Adam, 30% is okay, but still change Oforiata. Kofi to Michael says, these people did not see that Ghana is a very beautiful country. Then so some about these NPP or this NPP government has failed us big time. The sad thing is anyone who complains about this is seen as an NDC sympathizer. And if it's true, then they should consider themselves losing in the next election. All the government is doing is too lazy about. Catherine Mazuri, God bless you for the good work you people are doing. Gloria can come. I hated someone saying that the ministerial appointment should be Meg. Someone who has one appointment cannot even see top. Then merging the two. Kojo Oates, NDC economic team, Sue Bain, Hamza, Genia, Dimasio, good morning. Watching live from Kwanta, Oti region. In fact, the Ghanaian said it that it will take a wise man like JM to implement free SHS policy of political power. Akufo-Addo, a whole lawyer, interpreted it differently. Peggy Mensah, greetings from Dubai for the president of Ghana to gain all his taxes from housing and properties in Ghana unless he establishes banks of housing and construction back into the system. Okay, see me for more info. I will see him for more info. And then Ajimaidia Richmond, NDC is coming soon. Sule Nuruddin, good morning, Yahoo. Please tell MPP that we are suffering. Mission the vibes. I think we should put much help in our Greek for our future. Shivas, Febes, Nana Addo, Baumia, and the NPP have disappointed us. Shame on them. Derek Kite, I'm watching you live from Community 20 Lashibi. Good morning. Kwesi Mensah, who said I've worked at the Bank of Ghana before. The money is there. Queen Slimy Plus, good morning, yeah. Nando's government has totally failed us. Please, Mahama, come and rescue us. We really need you. Abladefia Kuma, hey, so after the increase of every single thing, this government wants to add e-levy to it. We, the citizenry, are saying that if the e-levy is a good thing, we don't want it. Government should understand. Kakra, Skynet boy, we sacked the finance minister. The mission Odi McKenzie. Let me move on. Gong Julian Antia, please allow the NDC man to express himself because Ghanaians are dying. And no more can say me interrupt you. Yeah, don't suffer. Yeah, too is suffering. Master Planner Kentam North. Isn't it amazing listening to the NDC communicators talking about economic management? An economy of 14% was handed over to ex-President Mahama, but he's managed it to 3.6%. President Akufo-Addo and Dr. Baumia managed it fantastically to 7% before COVID. Adoku Godfred, sister, yeah, please tell Nanado to reduce his ministers. Why? Some of them are the problem of this country. This small country, plenty ministers like that are dang. Hey, I didn't make still by neighbor. Kwame Opasco Afenyoma Kemba watching live from the Parliament House. Indeed, NPP is still delivering on their promises. Sandro who says, this 4 years has shown us pepepa. Okay. So yanka economy ne kakra jata no. Bank of Ghana say we pay policy rating. So sudia no a sika krab ya hodo no say omo mabosin so omu di omu dwuma bia omu de begege ho nsi hu no susudia no eno wa pagem we. We say o hwe kwan say aban de $2 billion every local banks we yenko Eurobond local banks so the ba be share economy ni mu a ebe pagya nti cedi ni mu duro no ebe kenya any of my best in
that's it. The Bank of Ghana couldn't have taken any better measure than this. But when we remember,
baby,
unemployment, it be signed at what you say, it be signed up in the sense, say, policy rate, even baby and I want to crop. President MIA reducing the buy. We felt say reduction it was too minimal or compared to other West African countries. na sisi ano yes abemma so at the time it was reduced it means say a mu bie ye mankofo mpeso mbobosia e de e hye omundwumam ana se po obi o de be bie adwuma foforo no e ma omutumi enya sa akwanya no na sisi a ya maso a me no ye nye my sister's keepers a betumi akwako borrow anyhow you will come to realize say this particular increment in the policy rate, and Crawford, that is, the measure is only to prevent people from borrowing. And Obia or what Pobi so person setting up company, one district, one factory. You cannot continue it the way you want it to go. In the sense,
how?
Me kobo si ana se policy rate na was to say. Na se me ba betua interest rate hikri dia. Na adwuma yes ye nim say cost of doing business in this country no ano she na yekoya na say buy there is a Bank of Ghana more economy no and it is for a short period
and the Bank of Ghana for no munim na measure
these measures have been applied before yet we cannot do the same thing and expect a different results. All right. Until we are saying the Bank of Ghana I'm not an economist and I'm not an expert, but the layman's view I would have thought to say Bank of Ghana when to Abanfo Finance Ministry mon trust na mon can say sa capital flight no air cost foreign companies a whole air shipping dollars out of this country you have to cap it to a certain point. Okay. Say a B amen fine say telco A and I say institution B more at the end of the day we are allowed to repatriate maybe 20% of your profit out of the country. See I know ye say repatriate only 15% or 10%. Na ma ebi entra omanimo for developmental purposes because this is a developing country and you need to help us to develop. Adeba kwa ahame na ahime. Say yenya fan na ye to nyuma frɛ yi say fan we abade ye ho ba be hane. In fact, at the time the government in power plus even technocrats and experts told us say fan na aba no ebe kushinga na fa mo ho ahane o kakra. Yeah, we are also see Abuaze a thermal plant or gas whatever processing plant. No, so gas was going to be cheaper and ever. I mean, this is Ghana for a hundred twenty. Stop the people or cap the capital flight. This commonly or more repatriate out of this country. No, Montesum reform. And Obebua, I'm a Bank of Ghana so any ska, Eddie Jumana, Sam Crankro so any ska, Eddie Juma. We are no free one. Call for the creation of jobs and only the whole thing. Yen create in Juma. Now, say finance minister to home. Now 11 billion I'll borrow from the bond market. Yen to me and fact and pushing economy na anya idea between 11 billion yes kakito $billion. And yes kakitwa. And by this that is why when they blame the whole problem on COVID, no, some of us we don't get it. Because COVID, no, ye mauska. The SOD year crime want to set to one fine. So no masses were here, Muslim equipment. We
then no man fine.
PP is no so metal turning no man. Even hospital.
It says so or matter to the aqua.
What is
hospital? Yes, Yam found quite made them. Obiaso make us say Yam found.
Won't tell memo after announcing that and so called your contracted company be some produce PPs no. Hospitals were complaining, said they were short of PPEs. This was, I mean, it was general.
But these are consumables. In here, they are you should know to go, you should know to go.
No, but people, certain hospitals did not get it at all.
Okay.
They ordered the nose mask for more campaign, no more a friend is Kumasi, or more whatever it is that they went. They supplied it to them. Yeah, that particular investment in the system. So we are saying it's a finance ministry, and that's why I continue to say sack him. Why is he saying cramp? I say, "Wouldn't cramp?"
I will sack him agenda in Facebook for reason.
My reason is that okay, he has been competent, and he has been the only finance minister that has messed up the economy, borrowing so much because he thought that okay, when I borrow as a facilitator, maybe I'll get some X money. Okay, a champ on a breast, so I stand to be corrected. Your bobosia efi DK poison ho, the crown no my mumu kakra the cushion economy no. Yes, I think the president has paid or whatever.
I mean,
yes, is it $30,000 or they should have upped it to The finance minister and his people, they can loan Ghana money. The monies that is missing in the system is hanging around.
And he said, "Ono nya dia economic management team nso."
So we have
no kwa the Obeba finance minister and the Obetimi economic management. Say back from point to me. It's no more entire team. And now say, "Oh, call for the head of one person out of the team now." Ono pe na nya dia now the rest of the team then onya dia no team no more maka no so eh.
You see, we hear things so. Ye nenam kwa. Sa yi tintin me taking me decision obi look Dr. Baumia ne proposition ne normal ya bastardizing no sa no enye ni nyina na enye o, but the implementation they are not allowing him, right? So we are saying say finance minister no I send cramp and otare koko ho no twafiri ho we twafiri ho a there are men in the NPP. And don't forget during Ira September's time when the NPP was in opposition, Dr. Antonio Koto said the Jamba Force and they were the spokesperson of for finance.
Now, I'm going to bet me. Dr. Jamba Force, Papa Koto, I'm not a deputy finance minister.
Yeah.
Bafo Koto, same. He has been a deputy finance minister.
Yes.
And see, Omunkwa, na say woman you and Omuyemre, Omukwa Mijemo.
I'm saying that the NPP they have the men.
Oh, right.
Don't
Omu say they have the men.
No, we know in a sense, this man was a banker. He has not been in the economic sphere, say, managing a state economy, and he has any idea. Okay. He never campaigned anything, he never did anything, and all of a sudden, you lift him and then bang him. And I could do baby, sack the man, the economy will be better. The Bank of Ghana arrangement
because of talk about Fedidian so still not the economy, it is still economy now. Honorable T Global, Mentio, Bank of Ghana policy rate or more pigemono. I say basa interest rates are a caution, a bema bosiambo, a caution.
Every economy say a do baby na challenges a bemwa. It's the responsibility of a minor and the central bank. I did measures but to a quemwa. Ebeboa na emma ne sika sem toto ye no apagya ne mu. The bottom line of this challenge is about market forces. The supply of the dollar as against the demand of it. Because the patudo no more per dollar no e dia ko djuma no. E does say the availability of the dollar now our banks or our system. For some time now, we are not going to a Eurobond because say SS is in every dose a stabilization or a SOT.
But previously, then I'm here a $80 dollar no CD na mo din pija and that is here as a market forces that time in
because there's dollar no air system no as well.
Okay.
Obi o wa or the dollar individual or dollar be one account because of the juma.
Okay.
Now, your new system, who wouldn't even do now buy back of 4 cigarettes, so until it comes into the pool, and then I bet me I had access to these credits. So the market force demand no accord to see the availability of the dollar, and India must see the no, I want to know when you did see the Nibri. Now we are $1.
And you said the BSN, so you understand? But I cannot see any answer, and more because as foreign investors in Ebano, the Bians we are calling for foreign investors. As I feel mobile and so mobile is so musical. And then it means that said
in these desperate times, we need to review our laws on capital flight and repatriation. We need there's a need for government. So a measure is now finance minister, Adekye Parliament, you know. So don't become one gabe.
Okay.
But this is a short-term measure just to stabilize the system to some time. And when you stabilize it, then we can go back and lift some of these restrictions. Never to my boy. And me bomb by say also or to me the way Adekye measures no do to a criminal Adekye ebeboami. Na me ni ya nyadwe na nyuma ho tutu anopai. Kule numa ho tutu ize eyi finance minister and na jira yifa. Kule mikro tema afashe yedie. Edi you to the guru ye to nyum. You know, normally we are the papa, you bet to him the giveaway. in the course of the year. We are the bonny, I bet to me the chew, not the idea. A very polio. It is a poor, okay. And if can wear it. And I also one as also on you look at the performance, you see, yeah, I said, yeah, your kind of finance minister, economic management, look, by his demeanor, by his nature, can override any. Look at the performance from 2017, 2018, all these one until the
so be a soft spoken interest. And we
share the performance or the Femunino. He has not performed badly at all. And these unfortunate situations are happening. And the yaw, Mr. Rao, Jacka no yen Juma White. Mr. Rao, Jano yen Juma. Mampirino, a Juma no yeno, say Fatanoa, a Nasem, and Yan Fatanoa, a one Nasem, and the Messerano.
But you realize as a president on Perisha for you.
Minya president. So I cannot answer that.
Do you realize?
Oh, yes, I have. I've realized. I've said,
do you realize? As a president of Perisha
and declared the young man crying. In fact, at this time, he needs cool heads. What does he? Sikawo we yen gidigidia you baby
but say onwa na ya for some time now enti say ya ase omuhu ne say ohun se no e be say dem say be ka say well e bi so na obi so wo fresh idea.
I have no doubt.
And I need crisis we say be ka say we need a change of hand or mind.
Onu na dwe na o kire me so me dey na me kire no yenja me na me kire. For me, he has done so well from 2017 until these unfortunate situations are ever. This is a time obey here that cool mind and environment. Okay. What only team ni nyina no ebe transit. Na ye di hihye pa no ebe gu akwemu. Na ye be yinya me e dey free odi. Yeah, Mr. Jackem why? No nye ne duma. Then again, you see, adi ba ko di enya about import substitution.
And one
next one.
Any capital flight,
tax exemptions. In fact, there's a bill currently in Parliament that they want to look at tax exemptions.
It's been there for long. It's been there for long.
Because we give them the tax exemptions. And it says
I think I am a country director and a World Bank country director. Just some few weeks back, Wakasa Assembly said Ghana, Muma tax exemptions. And AGI phones soon say, Muma tax exemptions in the Mama no phone, no more Ghana need more hero as a ECG out than a Kanya. 2,000 now so obi the millions of Ghana cities no use
country director World Bank
country director
World Bank say you live in Tino Kofas as just a baby and no more no you will be baby
you bet to me a ceiling but as a one year pehoshe
hey that was no
na monso e
ye wa bem
na na mo ho
de me de be ye no de wo ho na say
na wo jo time
clearly no measures need be a Bank of Ghana no the abano we the cambo who dey ru and America was them kakra omo friend no cash reserve ratio CRR na enu no ye sikada ye di ma bosa no ye je no bi a yemfa ensanka ho say the bebo bosa no and no more back so from the capital conservation buffer. And no, it is for risk purposes. Okay. Your best can be a tour. Na sebio obiko jibusa and so to be Kwambe soon a year far to make sure say you'll be still having some liquidity within the system. These are all interim measures. Bank of Ghana and the Ministry of Finance to make sure say we'll be able to contain the situation.
All right.
To contain the situation. Na maybe now one of your sister stations interview one professional who I think is a banker or something. Now Chief Kazanose, I didn't know Ukraine any Russia war. But these two countries, I'm told they are one of the leading exporters of wheat in their country.
It's not only wheat.
Which is here. Leading exporters of wheat in their country. So it is a man where we that's a cool ato on term. And there are no means of exporting or importing this thing from there. Commodity prices in cost because there's short supply.
And I think gas.
In fact, I'm supply Europe.
Gas.
Russia, I'm supply Europe. So clearly, with this fight, air cost, it has some debilitating effect on global economies. And you want to be you move from. But the government, you know, and the Kufado Ekaje, meant to me and Trasi, and Benjamin Semin despair, 7 to 1 and you think I walk out as a look. Mammy Fish when you enter a Komuka Kranka, Sedia, and your wedding, a bit my son. And the Mestre, at this period, we need cool heads. Ninja Kwai Befaswa, the management of the communal and the finance minister and the Bank of Ghana, no, or to my idea to take us out of these doldrums because it's a very challenging times that we find ourselves in. We don't make politics out of this because
thank you, Mami.
Growth of 3.4%. Even in this trying times, I'm winding up.
Thank you.
We never had this problem.
So thank you.
If they give you morning to evening, there is nothing that you say, Obama, or common or Wakufo. Say, my king, no one far about on over born. You see, I say, my king, this is a crown, Central Bank, much in the we bring in crew account. We are talking about lending rates, and I need them.
Aye, yes, because policy rating in Muna banks in the bed generation.
And you know, if I'm going to get some money to do my business, yen rates now what the Bobom Bosan, what the bill count. Asama Yekai. They're breaking down now. Other people know.
It's far better than
Menaya Kaya Ote me on task. My woman in nature. Nishishaya or Kanda or your better no or Bafahina or Bayahina me and your politics. On your politics. And she share our my wabo to go and my own program can see what that to him the yen cabinet there. Central government or central bank also about now lending rating wa kosoro. Na lending rate no kosora. Ankran krona yen encourage you do obey adwuma na ye bo no bosa kakra no da kwa koye adwuma ya bosa no rokobo kakra no da kwa koye adwuma ni interest no obotua no or the opege mu kakra wadam principal no original adinala tona wonto wo fira wontua or de tua won anyi ho ye adwuma ka baby me ton wade or de tua ka nti ya damaji grow ya yim hihye o ma hen aso mana ehun de titles baby aye dun omokra is onye baby ma ye we na ho kira ye gina. That is why Papa any suggestion or the ban I buy into. You see? And then answer na meet in the na meet program. Oma hino kwa bna sante no.
Okay.
Obi no. Yes. And na minua Godwin was a more Oman FM. How do you call Godwin?
And Godwin.
I need to come in.
And your work crusading.
On you too.
Godwin aside
Diabolic akunta. Na Nsroma
now be a diabolic thing.
What's in a program no do work can. They as journalists one human one yen or trade work come works and housing ministry. The works and housing ministry one more who can one find eduma no more na housing unit. I don't know what investigations they have done. So I want you to know that it is not about maybe him being a politician on the other side. If you go inside the MPP, which we go inside and listen what is inside. Inside there, they are not happy with the happenings from the head of finance. And
we are not saying.
It's not about saying.
No, I can't sit here.
It's about time. It's about time.
It is all is well.
You have 4 years.
Chief
You have done that. You have been re-elected. It is our duty. We will discuss this, criticize constructively. If you will listen, and do things better. Oh, Messi, and the Marcosur. In some way, say what's the Sekobo Bosan, in Siwan, what the ban, Central Bank, a ban through Central Bank, and more my etas in the Odu page. And to work page, mean, Yenya Numa work and I walk or Bosana Yebi Dada. What? German folks can to bank. Koneko Shabusanichi did the process able to conclude Bejato. Atwa meka na say nimu collateral kafa brown no cry as and for inya collateral ni bi sika na rekwa akwaje no so no hihye na di koye dwuman. We see we live in a country where ahian kasa yete wona ye hwe won screen si do na wonyi gwadi fruit in common ye fa na ehien pa ye nya business a yete chira ye hwe mankrofo kan all indications ni there e wona wenyi skeni bi ato ade na egu wona water no kra no o mote a worusu now wo ye nhihye de riba benya bosa bi na nka za kwa aka ye adwuma bi now mo abato ho yin de bosa ni benya de susu ampara na mo mi benya bosa ni si hu no orba no ye bo ho ye damo ya damasem yo enyi jesema ye won pempendra wala ayusu brofu be ese crunch inti na wogo hye mu osoro
meeting is na nkrata and buy
on na me che de ayusu brofu
cabinet meeting
ayo crunch enjoy brofu ana ya igbe ayo ma me che wa kwa ko hye ma wo che de baby man pempendra ye dru in them mind you see anyami say I don't know nyimpa not and I don't want to even leave it at the doorstep of area kenofurata nankoti. You see, President Nankasa monumental failure. We're failing. Look, President in some more kind of Jidza Ghana Funyed or your Ghana into one sonisha, yen sonisha. In a social thing, I come na baby my yedri. Yamini yes, don't cry and on boy and huban. Basabasa ye pegu. Yenya asumdwini fantino mayim na mom ye kodu ya ye ken ye kado bete na wafa mu aba na so beya oda ye bibi na echino rokwa o meye de Ghana na asasho onu nti ne ye kebi na mom ade obedi obobo man pa da wedi yenya onye covid onye Ukraine oye president Akufo-Addo na mambu simple matter because ne some of the two tapes no ho look Kwame Sifa kind program the dynamic catching na na akese egwa na osimi nchen ho not and o ma yet dey you wuska also ba me hiafo ndi hiafo covid MPC po work kind there hiafo no lusun there e-levy my engine or dan sotor parliament in Obande. This is what we are talking about in the Obande. And they have funny figana and I would down. Yeah, solution to all this is that on them there your democratic dispensation. A kakra cry about Krahona ba remember so na bani befio, but he was giving us a short time ABR over to Mwabwa manka ban no to Mwasu yemu in the sense that in Krofubima would di in the man him offer sikasem economy nishishe daughter Baobia and away. We're going. Ghana funyim den ko economic whiskey ono di economy ba
paper yi wo ha say or lunch plastic card
na say plastic card na say plastic card onye economic isema we in the fact there on my yetas the economy awate to apansa no ono do ye ni ye also yo ya de ye ni machines no ko ho opam economy in the digital no opam dollar na Nsroma yeta ase do impempenu a wedri watoto ndema ma ona wanche na tufiade in the sense they say ya na tufiade na chere ya brena sa ontum nko n'enyim sonko na in the otiden okay iba sem na orka oda afa ho ma yata ase and sometimes ye nuanum ye ka wo beti na president Kufuor be bi ma obi papa michel de bia medine ya asem ka yeah ye wo mayim hana pape oye fuel politics ora bem no he na fuel no remaining no fagalon no de kan no de massa
time na so
ensem a make che ho ansa na merba be the president na mura presidency one oye different
thank you
to nya botel one farmer I want you
to the economy na na e kan ti ma me kan comment kakra na
economy ni mu fuel na sema na e kan the same thing
abla de efie kuma or say what Mahama said that the dollar has arrested Dr. Bawumia. If Dr. Bawumia can reply John Mahama, I will be very surprised, Pa. That will tell us that Dr. Bawumia doesn't know shame. Raphael, Japan, good morning. Yeah, I've been in the room rental service industry for some time now. And it will amaze you how the landlords are benefiting without paying anything to the government or state. It made me write on how the assemblies can maximize revenue. Alhaji Amin is a CPP. Even if Kwame Nkrumah were to be alive today, he can't rule Ghana. We were 5 million then. Now our population is 30 million. Sacking of financial minister will be soon for Ghana. He is a god. Okay, will be doomed. or a type will be doomed for Ghana, for he is God sent. Nana Boachi Yadom, I agree with you. Oforiata Wabon Nigao, greetings to the incoming organizer, Honorable Daniel Ni Quartet Titles Glover, and then Adoku Godfrey. This is what happens when family and friends rule the country. Atani Ata Amemu, when Oforiata borrows money, when he gives it to Amwakwata Amemu Bone say Adekye. Wachoni chinti or say Minsumimia Menina making kindness. Nicholas, when you say good morning, please advise our politician that cheating may make you appear satisfied momentarily, but it doesn't take away your sense of guilt. Stolen waters may quench your thirst briefly, but you may have to keep stealing to appear satisfied. And then said Kakra Modiaba Enono. Yenye chief fa enuwie. Tegba fede de na opese wo kano or say foreign dominated neo-colonial economic structure. Enti waka besi capital flight in so say said the nkrofo multinationals na bie enwuma enti enu ne ye ha no fa pempa eye ni no onuma sese o musika ne ko enti inflation ebe koshiro ena interest rate ya yesu hui Osinka Bank of Ghana no kra enye hu bibi e wo ha ise wo mo akoti no kra wo kan say as a regulator the Bank of Ghana has to address the high interest in the financial environment which he alleged made profit for the banks at the expense of the private sector growth. And then interestingly Bank of Ghana so watia pejemu e kosho ye be kan saying final one on the economy any day
asema ye kan ona na Togbe waka ni nyina abomi na menyo kase banks ayewo omaima dodo ahe na ebutum zonsa atam na kande eyi oye ya oye Ghana nyineza eyi oye Titus oye Ghana nyineza eyi oye Asani oye Ghana nyineza na menyo kase so banks dodo no honara mun onye hianye edze no onu numu so na one lending rate or bawaba bokosoro na worma he musa na yetum yetua na yetua na wenyi sika na ba won futuma sika na amunsun orefi wodim na wako onfa bi mama account ho onu ya ade kura odikan yai currency ya ye kan wasem there sabi sidi no a week ye hu baby ma nde ye koyeko gina
okay
it is as a result there ahian kasan as omano yen edwumadi nyina dodo nara o ade krakra do ansana ye be to he na ade o de sika na ekona ediko kra hwi nyiwa dodo na de hwipo nyiwa ye gina do ne aka ndo ye ye no ha enti ahaya ye ni ehu hia de sika na akoto na emom kita wo ma ni musika na bia gina ha ebenye bi ato we stay na wetum wabo ma yensidin ne ho wayet oil yet na ho yenji asoman there were oil and gas ikana papa no made mention of that because MPF them the workers yeah van go na yetun dodo na rent na yenkrom ha onye yenza enti dodo na ba benyan ofiu krom ho na wako aban hihye na ye de to do mining the same thing in what I want to a good akese wo man ma nyinara in a good I want to akese nyinara sikado do no ba wonsem in fact labor now we use to crack Ghana for one boy human resource bibiara at the end of the day in faso kese na ofi a good in mobile is being repatriated outside
na say no economists na kan but aban bia ba ase o me ba mehwa so omo ba na omo enhwe no adani say omo be ye nsesan ye wo ye mra no because multinationals no say fa mo gudi awoken enye ne pe ye hyehyɛ ye ne ne wo mo akọ enti say mra no ne ye be sesan
yes that's why we are discussing it and say covid bi mbada aban bi mba ma covid aba Tama Bambi Wardon, and she said, we see Ukraine, I can was a musi. And tis so a gun and ye na banote a woman at the botoa. May you obey Obama man, ye neja wa, Obisu Bobeden, Obabano about you. That is what we are talking about. Now, we need leadership. My talk very king, so obey ye, so ye, chide, sebi aban omanpayin na nimpayinfo we gina ho nado the ye bo hwe them pempem and these are the things we should be looking at. So aban why serious do oboboa ma omanum ye ho ahen na it's not about only yen cut staff na adina yeja chunk area bi ohon odi in sebi mfaso ayenyan or tenoko adan de bo na ye savings bi ba me lose no ye more them savings no nkonko si hwe enti obehia there the mean semi a friend abanorke in the telcos another most of the telecommunication whatever we are using ya catch them dodo ahen in iska no ye ose kwame despite that otna Ghana dodo nara foreign. That is why even when the e-levy issue bear some of us were saying that look aban enye them foreign investors see what ye juma wo mem umem fun na wo patronize ma wo nyiska na awards record ahwea hu de nipa dodo a wo patronize one service owo sika huru bi a wonya da minti hu be hia de ye hihye ya ede babogu hon obama wata ase de onam one profit abcd nti them a 2 day no de wotua na ye de boan na ye de tu yen man mpo but we are seeing the opposite na ye hu nyire instead there ye be hu dwuma a wordi na mfaso a wonya na sika orfi horko da minti ode wotua to obi ma aban na aban so nye bi di ye dwuma ode ma hen aban si ye nyina ye yusu bi enti won tax na award na echi no ono ye sronko a ye tua ye de ma companies na aban wo chefa wo mun orisi echi na wa ba abaji hien tememu ono no din aba bedu pependra
thank you
enti no dem nhihye nyina no papa American oya asam papa a mejitum over there president Nana Danko Akufo-Addo Nana ban we show leadership now what's now you see them crunch meeting here way it's about time obasan why another one
okay
now what na ho na wa hwe no we hu there look or there ye conscious effort to be there sa Greek hon yerko na indeed president na Akufo-Addo no ka they were moving from taxation to production or wa eba din yenya eba mo na ye de ba ayebetum ya dem production no ye move from one stage to the other ayebetum ye de akoma no ne nan yenso ye nya huska last chocolate fititama musa menam habo menyim de wo lodu cocoa was cocoa export cocoa shading cocoa processing wako pro wako to cocoa what ba abanaba NDC aba MPP aba and there were MPP bill it is about time ye be hunde ye chocolate na ye nya no nam de cocoa ni ye papa nti itukwa ne kwa manone a chocolate asort wo se kasa bipo ni enyi nkrofo bi ba kasa ene wo beta ase na wonye ye dwuma ye nkrofo no ye dwuma bi na ye production na ye da ko instead of raw beans na ye send the keke ye de kona na ye focus on some percentage ye be process and san na ye de margin na kwa
I think the last week CPC papa Nana Jenny Boateng who say graphic de buy till later na me say nana adan na mo wo ho na ye kwa no so Dubai for no ba o mo ba no CPC na ni o makọ negotiate because o mo kind of market say ye wo Asia market ye wo Euro market no Middle East for the market no Dubai no o wo sa akonya nso de e be konti sa dia CPC ni o makọ ye nkita ho enti ye be ye processing ni bi ewo Dubai na Dubai for the ba be sha boy na ya ye
I am calling the 1 year process in Ghana.
They will be like agents.
No. It's not good. It's not good. Papa, no, mama, we are my friend. It is not good. Now, if we have, what we need to do is not the agent for them to go and process. We can talk to them to come and set plants here and do the processing here and take it there.
It's underutilized. The plant
underutilized.
Yes.
Yes, but even if they have to do more.
Because they don't have the capital.
Even if they have to do more, why? Of course.
And your mention friend Nana Jenny Boateng.
Have you been to the CPC? Silos or chromacy for food storage.
The silos bring them to come.
You are familiar with the area.
Sikana ye de kwa amanone no. Yes.
But you see, Chief. What's a young person, yes, economic movie premiere, maybe more.
Some results obey on you.
Yes, I premiere. Look, these things will
meeting our
results. Economic movie premiere is saying
let's face these people.
Crunch meeting, I will say economic movie.
Well, Mame.
It's the better movie near beton.
Ade.
I go so na you are Hong Kong.
Ade akwa
I'm trying to peace.
Jama akwa na see beautiful ye ndi sini no hu meeting asiala.
Mo me that because I will be serious idea was
produced by Anado featuring Ken for.
Hey, yes. TikTok one mo ye nyama o.
Mame hema. Sure, the Ura affected the Akpeda Diabetu, but even before that,
the Togbe Agbom Mafia.
I think the boy is too, but Agbom Mafia or something.
Okay, Agbom Mafia.
Something like that.
One to me, I maybe you were for Central Coffee.
Mumbo Fateh, our body here.
Prince Achente, Agbom Mafia.
Exactly. On a more serious note, no. Patronize Kenzie products. Yes.
Yes, and that one
Kenzie clothing. Kenzie clothing, the best. Anything associated with Despite group of companies is dependable.
Someone can't she be one market, no
market, one more agenda.
Yet here, oh, sorry, I was in another AC.
Chief, stop ranting. Your time, lending rate was 25%. And Nana Kwame Opasco said, Chief buying. Yeah, ask him for me. Ne crack and saying.
Ne crack and saying.
Dan so Samuel said, tell Chief the dollar was arrested but not jailed.
I like that.
Inti Nana asemo dia betu dwai. Asemo eda ho ya kan. You see, me kan in the initial stage say, yen tumi nye ade ba ko na ye beka say ye pe nsusu aye foforo. Na yenya gold ye de ache. Yenya friend is a diamond, bauxite, manganese, ni nyina ye de ache. Enu echi ye yakonya lithium e wo central region eno so ye de ache. Yenya oil ye de ache. Na ma menkenka bibi tia enkyerɛ. Na wo hu the reason why unfortunately for Ghana when Kwame Nkrumah was overthrown, yenya radical people to take over the helm of affairs. Somebody who was like Nkrumah to say I will stick to the projects. Okay. But rather we got a bourgeois class of people trained in the
Now Nkrumah said no ye crache.
But not crache, it was localized and then Africanized. But my main really be say the fate of Soviet works. Topic war after 3 years after year 2 no. Now, this is what I read. The new civilian government will soon decide whether or not to allow the Russians to complete the 3 projects in the country abandoned after the February 24 revolution. The projects, 5 million new cities, prefabricated concrete plants, or as a concrete panel plant at Accra, the fishing complex at Tema, and the atomic reactor at Kwabenya. Now, already on and on now. Obabe Chire said the prefabricated concrete panel plant, it was going to produce between 1,200 and 1,400 housing units every month.
Prefab, yeah, prefab housing.
Yes, what say a friend is saying COVID nearby. We were all amazed. So within 2 weeks, China to me constructed over 1,500 bed capacity hospital within 2 weeks. Why? Because they have the prefabricated concrete panels.
Okay.
Inti, and one is a and one is anchor many other projects are affordable housing. And you have any blocks in you. The machine is there producing. And from that time, and by this time, the machine is tremble at the new bar.
How many years in Nkrumah was overthrown? I say we can't cry over spelt milk.
No. And Chinese are still using prefabricated.
And to say, I acquire him, you buy a day. Because maybe I would go free day. We
are talking about foreign domination in our eye. I'm saying, after that, the government, all those projects were abandoned. Okay. And by now, we own our sector regarding, say, housing. And Rachel Mampenko can say, why would you sell a 4-bedroom for $200,000? Well, we already know we are in Ghana and we are supposed to be spending cities.
Dollarization is another area. Emma yen economy no is owned by foreigners. We and if you have oil who are yen negotiations no yen a meager of just about 3%. Recently, a friend is a lithium. I stand to be corrected. I don't know about how to make my memory, but from what we are reading and what we have heard, no, we have ceded this particular very important mineral resources to say Canadians, no, so prospect, no. At the moment, if I were the government, these are some of the mineral resources you can collateralize to say, build me first-class road across the country. And it is what
sometimes I have a contractual agreement with Omonenye.
And yeah.
Na yen kwaya de na tisa na say elsewhere so say ya say ya de yenya island yenye so omo so ya no ma yen.
I'm talking about Ghana.
This omo de tutu baby for omo.
I'm talking about Ghana.
Now what about Nkrofo no so omo pay profit so they to omo be share agreements
at the expense of the citizenry. The thing belongs to us. It was a central region. In fact, that particular area no adia ye de ceramics Nsroma bras na ye de toilet seat mu nya no. E ho na wo se no so ye de ache. What we are saying is say don't allow foreigners to come and take over your mineral resources. Again, the capital flight we are talking about now, all these things are foreigners. And I'm saying cap it. Let them retain some of the their profit in the system. Right. Again, we are saying, say, tax exemptions now, foreigners in mostly, in fact, if you look at their report, report or the World Bank, pay no more tax exemption alone. Or more calculations or more probably less no. Who picked some? And we are saying, sir, you cannot do this. Whilst your people, you are saying one district, one factory. Why would you give tax exemption to foreigners at this country? Not women for ethical.
Thank you.
It's even part of the reason why the one district, one factory is stalling. And now you are going to also, you have also increased a policy rate. Obian to me, one district, one factory. At the end of the day, like I mentioned, employment a better form. Irrigation farms,
thank you, unfortunately,
only the economy. But we are not doing it. We are looking up to foreigners to come and invest in the country. Once we sit down alone.
Honorable Glover, the baby, na namoka cocoa processing asemno. Ababa, I also the Nigeria. I say I love the man and what he's talking about cocoa. This company, Fair Afrique, located at Amenasi Suhum, is doing exactly what he's talking about. Fair African as to say why Diana. See a Peneluca. It's a local babe that's a foreign investor. Papa.
No, yeah, but sorry. No, just a second.
No, please.
I'm not coming.
No.
You read the message about somebody else.
Comment on the message.
Please. Then why did you read it?
On the issue about
what is he
cocoa processing,
Ukraine, Russia,
just behind me, mami feel
okay.
Japan Motors.
All right.
Now we cut down, we cut towards timber market. Now we do cocoa processing. 2020, I think middle of 2020, that June, July, or baby, you know. President be new machinery be Eddie Maomo to enhance their processing levels.
Yes, sir.
Adding
value to the cocoa beans. Ya can be I'm in the cocoa processing, no. Say more beans even on credit cry. They can process, add value to it, sell it, make the money, and pay back to Ghana Cocoa Board.
Okay.
And this arrangement normally Dubai for Koyeno. Last week, you raised the matter again. And I can say, we should have allowed the cocoa processing to be expanded. Some
so
machines now,
you are adding on to what we are saying.
Chief, my papa in Canada.
I'm saying, so you are adding on to what we are saying. And you are pretending as if I'm on the left and you are on the right.
Yo, stop this your mischief thing. And declare me buying to Dubai arrangement and say, I'm going to have value for Dubai. Yes, Dubai, you know, is a good, big market.
They are assessing Omo market, you know.
Omo assessing one Dubai market, you know.
Yes.
From CPC.
Yes.
But the yes, you can say, you more beans to process.
And more beans, they say Ghana.
When I be patching them, they prefer the beans
cocoa beans.
Because Omuniska better. Yeah, the credit they can process it. Then when they process, they sell. They can pay back.
Okay, instead they be call market.
You know, the raw form, no, and not make no. Then there comes to the issue about Tobias no Kaya.
Okay.
Me kai said Dr. Nkrumah industrialization drive no yeah, or put up so many industries as a way of import substitution. Because he's saying, a bind back, a bind co, a bind back, a bind co. And at the end of the day, most of these assets were disposed of. They sold to individuals. And into and another abino or say, look, we need a different paradigm that we can support the private sector with the 1DY program now or the abano. Because the consumption of our own people, I said, would there be a maker and Mrs. Rubio at the pill for import substitution to thrive, to succeed in this country. So you see the idea will come where you need you and you always want to promote the consumption of other products from outside, then we are killing us. And then they did a pressure about your dollar, a CD on the dollar, so the attack canon is not different from what the government is already on the program.
Okay.
And so we are import substitution.
He spoke about the policy rate or the lending rate. That's a year which now it's gone up.
I did not in this situation. The level of the credit economy compared to their time, Obi Kaja was only about 27% in the time of the NDC.
No, correct. But people were so the economists still no more casa so maybe 3%, 5%. No. So now the end was sure.
Of course, it was so. But Obi dear buy, there was so on high horse. Obi dear buy, and swati, and no crano, a waka cranka, and you more. So if we are able to do this import substitution now 1DY with the banner, one. One of their statements, my lecturer in labor economics, Dr. Yaba. One, create jobs. Import substitution, a create jobs. A demand to be before. And the Nyama Yedia, ye will come on so. Yama Tekramaso and Kohopi. If you don't do these things, and will continue to import, what would you come in? Importer. A krona, yes, no. And the benchmark values now, Nanzanga, ye tum kakrano. There was selected item about 30-35 in the year. Ejiasu esu. So most benchmark values now. We are now with the good local industries now. So what do we do? It's a matter of how we can let our people have taste of whatever we produce in this country. So clearly, it's a continue to engage and let our people know. Me, Uba mi fear, yeah, me use Colgate, use of Pepsodent. Nanzamdi, Jebidie, and Afrafra. I use geisha. I don't use any perfume soap. I do baby alata samakwa. I do not make it. So until yanye be yanye hunti asese Ghana for nyoma yeye wokromano. I do not betu with yaboye. That is the only way we can go. Okay. And that way, me that say would you betu ha. I go for the abino or go so all ye de fata at ye. On transit and cast of your shanghai, the acoson and niji. Say Ghana no sebi ye won hye enti onto wana mu bia okoso a oto wana mo and don't sit here as if mu abam no you are sitting on the high horse and I feel say dey makufa do na hu hia what go you meeting we do one drink to go high horse we be what go you meeting movie premiere effort in the palace the advice of Daba and Canada to my food and great for you
national organizer ama MPP the onene horo so ha no and onene huru so no chief bini or deputy national organizer Emma NDC and Eja Yao Asanita no and national organizer Emma LPG ono so etitia wona anopei yedamwase papa pase mobile mame Emma Janet Akosi atenkrama ousu awotesano aha Emma happy birthday from your friends and loved ones Janet Akosi tenkrama ousu Rasta Jane my happy birthday why pacho me da azelvoga say ewo me Ghana manti ya oma medine kama wo mentadi shemwe enti pacho wonso bomodia na di Ghana man contact azelvog medamwase azelvog and the
Yeah, kind last asema o me.
Me mama ka.
Atare for me.
I don't number
Kensi atare no for my.
61 0288 61 61. Pacho ya kuna meni abedwa fo nyame nhira mo. Opemu asem munim se Kensi pemu asem munya abotre. Munma Kensi ntintima ansa. Ye ko pacho ya kra bo nyame ado hira de Nsroma.